So, like, the four amazing things that I remember from the opening ceremonies last night. 1, not much screwed up. 2, how the Jamaicans came into the March of Parades, because that's 125% swagger. And it's a toss-up between 3 as to whether or not it's Tongan Guy or that Katie Couric was like, no, I'll handle this, when he showed up on, yeah. Oh God, Katie Couric, you're lovely. Morning. I've gotten myself prepped and ready to, well, I'm still mostly. Anyways, so Aaron did some, what'd you call it?
Really bad trend analysis on release dates and announce dates of the Kingdom Hearts series.
Yeah, we're not very good at trend analysis because we didn't go into that specialized version of math.
Plus, I only have, 2 or 3 data points.
So we're looking at like the announce date versus the release date of Kingdom Hearts 1, the announce and release of 2, the announce and supposed release of 3, and we're trying to extrapolate 4.
Yeah, according to that really bad trend analysis, 4 will be announced mid-November of 2039 and will be released in mid-September of 2072.
The sun has been out for a good long time doing its thing, which means practice is going to be warm, maybe even steamy because the turf has been, little black beads have been baking. What'd you think of opening ceremony?
It was enjoyable. It was, with the exception of the drones, it wasn't as technologically wowing as I expected.
Well, they did have, at least for the TV viewers, the augmented reality stuff.
Yeah, I think that was only like one thing though.
There was 2 things. There was the constellations, and then there was all the little stars that kind of went up.
Yeah.
But when they came out, when the ring teleporter came out, that was actually them like in the darkness linking things up to what was in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Parade of Nations.
Awesome as always.
The Jamaicans.
The Jamaicans, I'm just a huge fan of, I think you called it their swagger.
Yeah.
It's the Winter Olympics. Here's the Jamaican bobsled team.
Oh, I didn't say this on the vlog because I just mumbled something this morning before I had coffee. What's the name of the sled?
Mr. Cool Bolt.
Yeah.
Mashup of Cool Runnings and Usain Bolt.
Yep. And
I feel like they don't take themselves seriously, but they do.
it's Jamaica.
Yeah.
So what was the thing you read this morning about the Tongan guy?
Whether he does well or poorly, he is really gunning for that Johnson & Johnson baby oil sponsorship.
It was like, I don't know what sport he plays, I don't know all that jazz, but... And I understand, here's the thing, people are like Johnson & Johnson, but they actually said in the thing, he's covered in coconut oil. I didn't realize until I saw a freeze frame from Snapchat, actually, that he was also wearing, like, thongs. Or as most people since like the age of 1990 call them sandals. Or in the fashion industry, as I've heard them called, backless sandals. They're thongs. Or as you call them to kids, flip-flops, because you don't want to teach them about the lingerie piece. They're still thongs. That's that. I'm gonna figure out what I'm wearing to practice. Get all my stuff together, get a hold of Andy. Gotta head on out up there and get in the car and drive. Gotta do my stretches, but that's at noon and it's only 10, so yeah. All right, well, we picked up Andy. The flag game's going on right now. I'm heading over to the porta potties to pee. Gunder's here, some other guys showed up. We're gonna have to see how stuff's going with that. Okay, but there's nobody in here. And guys fight over flag. It's weird, they got a generator running. I don't know why. That's right, I was checking out that flag game. Alright, it is what time? 4 o'clock?
Just about.
Yeah, that practice ran. Well, we technically got started a little bit later too. Oh, it's 3:38.
Oh, good.
It also, I love how it tells the car, tells you window open whenever you turn the car off and there's a window open. Because it was like the sun was heating up in here, is that what I'm guessing?
Yeah, and I wanted fresh air.
That too. I saw you walk the track.
Yeah.
You can hear Thor's voice. Yeah. Hold the camera so I can get driving at least. So, we went over lots of ish today. And we did the receivers did their stuff. We had like new guys, like Dre came out and like, okay, hard pass drill. Dre's like, what the hell is a hard pass drill? Like he's trying to figure out how things are going, and we've already done this like 2 weeks, and I'm like, this is what you get for playing on the Sentinels. You're not here at our practices, then you think you're just gonna, you know, and that's exactly what I tell Willie. You think you're just gonna come in one day because you have a bye week with the Sentinels. He ain't come back next week. He's gonna go off at the Sentinels, and he's gonna miss everything else we're doing.
Yeah, and that's what people talk about when they say you have to come into practice, otherwise you aren't guaranteed a position.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, I understand Malcolm has to coach his boys doubleheader next week, and he's had other issues with like coaching and whatnot with his kid. I get it. We're just going straight out to your parents' house.
We're going to Black Bear.
It's fine. It's by our place.
No.
Oh yeah, I know where I'm going then. Yeah, but anyways, and I'm sitting here at practice, and what I'm cluing in on and I'm liking is that Coach Ware, or Thor, I want to be respectful and call him Coach Ware, but I also like saying Thor. We did defensive blitzing, and we taught all the guys that came in that one, like, because Malcolm wasn't here last week when we went all over that in the grassy squishy. And Malcolm got to see all this, Donnie got to see all that. But as I'm seeing, like, Thor, he's, like, taking a liking. Like, I just don't expect, it's weird, I don't expect guys like that to be cordial to me. I mean, I understand that people should be cordial in all respects. I mean, until you have some reason to be angry at someone, be cordial. All right, we gotta take Patton Parkway now. You think it'd just be easier if I took 205 to 14, or if I went all the way out to like 164th and took that down? Because Black Bear's on 164th.
Yeah, 205 probably.
205, yeah. Give your parents time, maybe take Mill Plane in? I don't know. So, so basically what went on is, and we did that, but then we also went over receiver routes, and like Caden was here to get the receiver routes, and Ty got to talk more smack, and he can't catch a ball. That's just Ty. I catch ball, I catch ball. Doesn't catch ball, doesn't catch ball. Does wind up catching a ball. See, I told you. That's literally like taking a shotgun to a dartboard and going, boom! See, I hit the bullseye. And everything else. But your goal was only to hit the bullseye. Well, I did once out of 1,000 shots. Yeah. You know, and that's a bad analogy, but it still works. You know, when I sat in there at outside linebacker a lot, I saw that Jerry was in when we started doing that stuff. And then I counted 5 plays, and I said Jerry, and Jerry like leaned over, and I went over in for Jerry, and then Cody was like, Theo, 2 plays. I'm like, cool, I'll be cordial. I don't know, watched Cody in, went for 2 more plays, and, you know, swapped him out. I was like, I'm not taking any junk. I'm not taking any, oh yeah, I'll just wait, get them a nice good workout. No. I'm giving them about as many plays as I got.
Good.
I'm not going to be, you know, I'm not going to be like, oh, they need more because they need to be better. No, they're going to get as many as I get, and they're going to get better, or I'm going to get better in the same amount. You know, it's...
Yeah, equal opportunity.
Yeah, you get 5 chances, and it makes me feel rude, but I'm like, no, this is me. I need to do this for me.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't want to say it's going to happen, but it's looking like... With these guys, I'm definitely probably going to be in there at linebacker. And even Donnie of all guys is like, wow. He's like, oh, you doing good? You going to in calls? Yeah, doing good? Yeah. He's like, you're getting the coverage? He goes, I feel like they're just like nobody. It's almost like I'm a different player. As I told Donnie's like, oh, you at backer now? I'm like, yeah, it's a little too slow for corner. He's like, oh, that's cool. That's good. So, yeah.
Yeah, being the one to take yourself out of a position and choose a different one is way different than waiting for someone else to do it.
Yeah. Especially since I want to play this position.
Yeah.
You know, and I've been gearing to learn this. I've been strength training. I've been, like... in 3 months, obviously my hamstring flexibility's gone up and that's since my physical therapy.
Yeah.
I mean, I was barely doing tipping bird during physical therapy, which is when you lean forward and you kind of make a T.
Yeah.
Now if I do it too fast, I throw myself off balance, yada yada. But I can get there almost straight leg, both legs, just fine.
Nice.
Yeah. And you've seen what I can do just leaning straight down. You remember 2 years ago, last year, barely anything.
Yeah.
So, what'd you read?
A book in the series called Demon Underground.
All right.
It's young adult fiction, cheesy, fast read.
Is Dragara young adult fiction?
No.
What is it?
It's just fiction.
Okay. Young adult fiction is specifically involving, like, teens?
Yeah.
Like a Twilight and a Harry Potter? And
it's focused for teens.
Okay. Because I've heard people say that, like, Proust is, like, juvenile
He's
reading.
very easy to read. And,
But it's certainly not like the storyline is easy to follow. Okay.
It's not that bad.
First of all, Ballista in and of itself.
Yes.
But that I
In
think
general, it's not that bad.
it's not that hard. But like the fact that there are like already 15 books, and you got to try to keep characters left and right. That's getting up there. Like Harry Potter had like the same characters, and it was like the same 3 characters. You got to keep track of Roland and Sethra and Sethra and Sethra and Vera and Tefira, and you don't really know how to know who Styx is. He was in like 3 books. He was awesome, but you learn who Kragar is, and happy jazz.
We didn't see Kragar in that book.
No, see, he wasn't ever in Lanka.
True.
Because, like I said, I've heard people say that it's very juvenile reading, and it's a juvenile reading level.
It's not a high reading level. And I don't know why they say juvenile. It might be just the level of jokes or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's easy to read, but it's not focused for a teenager. Young adult fiction tends to be focused a lot more on interpersonal struggles, the whole coming of age,
Love life,
love
triangles.
Who do I choose? What if I don't choose the right person? What if I choose someone who's wrong for me? Kind of stuff.
Hunger Games, even.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the one we just watched. The 100 is young adult fiction.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
Shannara.
No, the trilogy we watched. Divergent.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're like stupidly popular.
Yeah.
And that's why, and Bless has already wrote a good book. I haven't actually read his book, but that's why John Green's book picked up.
Yeah.
And like went super fast because like there's bubbles that come up in reading of young adult fiction. And like, because he had like, what was it? The Looking for Alaska or Tifios. The Fault in Our Stars was actually a book written a while ago.
Yeah.
And then it got picked up like 3 years after he got done reading. It was like, oh yeah, it's about some. And then it just like got picked up by all the stuff.
Young adult fiction is really popular right now. There's some really good books out there.
Well, that and the prevalence of ebooks.
That too.
And social media. Like I've been thinking like, Tifios and all that stuff exploded, recently. And to me, recently is like 5 years.
Yeah.
That's still, that's not, but that's about when social media exploded.
Yeah, and the people who use social media are young adults.
And they share stuff, and they say this. No, and that's why...
Yeah,
and that's what happens with the beginning of football season with my videos. The young adults, the teens, the high schoolers that are doing high school football pick up on my videos, and they like them, they share them, they watch them, and it just like things get ramped up. And I'm waiting for this next ramp up to just... explode. I should probably stop talking. So, how long do you think we were at Black Bear? I mean, it's 6:45 now. We were there at an hour and a half. We talked with his parents, brought up family matters stuff that Aaron and I did not know about, brought up the plans of them moving. I was like, well, hopefully on better news. And then we kind of talked about stuff that's going on with us that is not yet finalized yet, but the gears are moving. So one of those people, I don't like to blurt things out to generalized public of like 5,000 people without having a rough idea about what's going on. Seems like getting hopes up. I don't want to like promise a bunch of stuff and then not have it come out and I have to look like a doofus. I'm playing my Diggy's Adventure because it's a stupid whack-a-mole game. I say whack-a-mole game because it's not like any of the stupid Bejeweled or anything. I just click. That takes 39 energy. 39 energy. And I just basically break all these little bricks or open up boxes for energy. Then I have to solve some puzzles by like dragging these bits of tube over and fitting them in to fix the sprinkler system or something. Like they're just, and some of them are like you have to figure out how to do it because you have to figure out how to arrange yourself and how to put the things together because you can only, what are you doing? What you looking for?
My water bottle glass thing.
That's a glass?
Yes.
That I set my phone on top of. So I'm gonna watch, because I know that like every evening from like 8 to 10 they do the Olympic stuff, and that's like they air it all day, but they kind of give the synopsis of the day from like 8 to 10, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. The highlights. So, because it's like the prime time when people are watching. So yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm just gonna crash out on this couch. You know, I should probably take my helmet and my pads out of the couch so I can actually crash down. I should probably take all this clothing off.
It's the prime time when everyone's watching. Between 8 and 10. Prime time.
Yeah, I know.
Quoting you. Because you're adorable when you're out of it.
Yeah, we realized we kind of had to make motions to go. Because I could feel myself. I was like, I needed something in my mouth. Because I was getting tired and kind of, yeah, well, I'm just going to say it. I was getting in that stone feeling where I developed kind of an oral fixation. So I was like biting my nails. And if I had something to eat, even to munch on it would have been fine. But I didn't have any coffee because she wasn't refilling my coffee too terribly well. So I was like, and yeah, so that's why we up and left. And then I was like starting to space out while I was there. And I was like, I got to get home and be driving. Because it's already dark enough that Aaron might not feel comfortable doing it, but if we go home right now, I can do it. We also got to figure out what's in that box. I will catch you guys tomorrow morning. I forgot I was recording. I was just talking. What's in that box? And then I noticed out of the corner of my eye that, like, I think because the light flickered off my greasy hair. I gotta stop talking. Ow. I'm so glad they're taking care of figure skating early. It's when they give the synopsis at like the evening. I kind of wish, that they'd cover other sports. I understand they couldn't do downhill skiing because it was too windy, so couldn't necessarily cover that. But they had like the East Coast one, and I watched the end of that one because I realized that the West Coast one was going to go till like midnight, and so I watched the end of that one, then watched an hour in figure skating, and then they started the synopsis broadcast thing at like 9:30. I'm still like, I crashed out on the couch. And they're like, okay, well, we couldn't do any downhill skiing today because of the windy, so let's cover more figure skating. And I was like, I just watched figure skating for an hour that was just let alone figure skating. Stop. And these people... There was a couple biffets. I mean, after a while, I kind of like seeing like the weird sort of like, man, that is some ankle stability, and dang, I could never do that. And but also, I'm watching it to watch people biff on the ice. It's sort of like, I don't know if I could ever drive a car at, over 100 miles an hour for 9 billion laps around a circle, but we watch NASCAR for a car wreck, or 12, something like that. Right. So.
It's a waffle week. I gotta buy a waffle.
I have to pick up toilet paper so that we don't. I almost want to just The fact that I had to buy toilet paper at 7-Eleven for like $4.99 for 4 rolls. It was like, I don't ever want to do that again. I just want to buy like the cheap. So I cycle the water, if you guys can see, while I put the stuff in. But sometimes I get talking and I forget. So it just continuously cycles the water and never actually makes coffee. That's not developed yet. I can feel it. You guys can kind of see it there. Kind of. That might take a while to develop. We're doing the handbrake drill. And I do it because I need to get better at it. And the balls are just hitting me right in the chest. So, but work on that one with Willie. That's easy to work on. That doesn't require pads. That doesn't require cones. Just 15 yards apart, and I just sort of stay still until I see his handbrake, and then I cut towards the ball. So yeah. Anyways, that's how that drill goes. Anyways, I'm gonna get coffee, pills, breakfast go. I have nothing to do with my video games. Oh well, let's go to the gym. No, I didn't go to the gym. I wound up just dinking around and then realized I should probably level a little bit of that Bajoran crap ship. Ended up statting it out pretty well. With a lot of the quantum phase set, not the offensive set, more the defensive set. No, the offensive set, because it likes draining. So I figured I might as well start adding draining stuff on there. Benefit, I also have my skill set up to drain. But I keep forgetting how to change the difficulty, so I didn't go do any missions. Because I was stuck on elite difficulty. I forget where to change that. Because I can do elite difficulty solo missions on my Vesta. I cannot do that on any other ship. Well, maybe. I mean, technically any other of the Vestas I can. But after a fashion. Because the reason why I didn't go earlier is because I was waiting for Willie to get back to me, thinking that he is young and wakes up bright and early in the morning. He's usually waiting for me to get started about my day by like 9 o'clock in the morning. He's like, dude, I've been waiting. No, he didn't wake up till like 10:20. He's like, no, I'm the lazy one. I was like, I'm up at 8 o'clock. I'm lazy. Sorry. 2 hours, 15 minutes later, he finally gets back to me that he finally woke up. So he is not in physical condition right now as he's hungover. So we're going to wait till like 3 and go, because maybe he shouldn't get himself a back massage. Or he should. I don't know. What's your morning consist of? Laying in bed for a long time and then like doing a Hearthstone thing?
Yeah, pretty much. I did. Yeah. Willie says he's the lazy one because I'm not in the conversation. I think I slept for like 14 hours.
You didn't.
Well, it feels like I did. Felt wonderful.
Yeah, because that's the thing. It feels wonderful to sleep 14 hours. And it would be if that happened like, once in a while.
Yeah.
Not every weekend. And yeah. And I understand that, like Willie sleeps very little, and I sleep a little more than he does, but still like not laying down and going to sleep until like 11 and I'm up at 5:30 when my alarm goes off. And then I wait around for like half an hour so I can start poking you awake. So we're heading off to Freddy's. I still haven't remembered what we needed.
There is something, and it's going to drive us both nuts.
It'll drive him nuts. Because if it was super important, I'd remember it. But it's not super important. It's important enough for like Aaron, and I have cursory knowledge of it. Someone's looking for pads. I have one thing of shoulder pads. When I shower, the hair gets like completely cleaned, and I don't have any gel or any product in it, so it lays straight down, and you can see how my hair gets cut. It's like ugly, so I'm trying to like get hand grease in it so I can get it to stick up.
Lucky. So these big giant thing, I know not a lot of y'all have that stuff in. There's a lot of people that watch this that it doesn't matter because you just regularly recycle them, like honest to God people. We get charged a bottle deposit for these, and they don't have anything on them that says return for cash value like cans do. I mean, just because they're printed nationwide, most people see that, California cash value, and then it was like
Maine and something else, or Hawaii was like 10 cents. And then like it listed 7 other states that were 5 cents for so many years.
Yeah.
Now Oregon's at 10 cents. And I understand like the actual like plastic bottles that Zico comes in for being returned in, because that's like Gatorade or anything else that has that sort of stuff. But this is a square Tetra Pak. This is easier to recycle in our recycling because it's cardboard. Like, that's what I don't get. I think it was like, I think these things got lumped into
Yeah, probably.
ready to serve drink.
It's probably not just ready to serve drink, but it's probably more specifically product from X company. Drink. Same product, but different size as X.
That seemed convoluted. I almost lost track of what you were saying. I was like, I think what it is, it's just ready-made drink in container. It's not anything complicated that it's from specifically Coca-Cola, because they have to list every company that makes it, including Fred Meyer or Kroger for Simple Truth Organic. And all those milk things
Yeah.
that come in the Tetra Paks. I'd like to actually see if the Premier Protein that comes in the Tetra Paks get charged a deposit.
Because those don't actually have a plastic bottle version, do they?
No, they don't. They are just that, and then yeah, most protein powders come in that. At least protein drinks come in that Tetra Pak, or they're like Muscle Milk, and they're not actually like that. Those come in a plastic bottle, but Premier Protein does not. So, anyways,
Well, that would actually tell us if Premier Protein, which doesn't have a plastic bottle version, came in and had that fee, then it would be prepared drink.
yeah. Anyways, I don't want to keep buying things just to keep checking if I'm going to get robbed 10 cents. Because I can't really turn these things into the can recycling place. I should probably save some of that coconut water in case Willie needs it. He's super hungover. And I offered to pick him up from his friend's house to take him home. He may not be, probably not going to go to chest with me. Chest day. So yeah. And he could always use a little bit of hydration, because that's what hangovers are. You need your electrolytes back. I can give him at least a sip of this as he's leaving the car going into his house, so in case he right back up, it's on his yard. Anyways, that's gross.
You're such a good friend.
I love the camera because it'll be like low light, low light, low light. I'm like, I haven't opened the shutter thing yet. And it also gives me the message, your thing might not be open. I'm like, open it up, and it's just like, oh, okay, we're at like normal, landscape. I'm like, yeah, that's how it goes. Morning, we've got some new Pokemons out there. There's a different cast form. Like, it's the same cast form, but it don't look right.
Huh.
Apparently they are changing based on the weather. It's the same, kind of like Unknown. It has like all the various letters.
Yeah.
So I'm catching that one real fast. So I can have 2 different of the same Pokemon. Whatever. Yay, got it. 1-day streak. Does not count as a new Pokemon though, even though it is a... But yeah, we have cast form. We have the little blue Minoon and stuff.
Which I'm going to continue referring to as Minusol.
Yeah, see, I got one cast form, another cast form. And they're like, one's a fire, one's a normal. Yeah, see, now that that and that.
Okay.
So, but we got our little free trial with CBS All Access. The Olympics are on right now, so I'll probably at 5 o'clock start watching the East Coast one and just watch the Olympic stuff, so I have something kind of yakking at me in the background while I answer comments for this video. But once Aaron gets home, we'll sit down, make our dinners, and probably start TV around 7 so we can make sure to get in 15 episodes of Star Trek before our free week goes up.
Yeah.
To be fair, we watched 3 last night and we didn't start with the first episode, so...
Yeah, we're 4 in, we have 7 days.
It will work. We just need to not take days off.
Yeah.
You know, so the watch later is going to build up for a little while. But
What's that gonna be?
more barbecue. No, that's a seating area.
Oh.
If we go down to the office, they have the little thing as to what it'll look like. So I'm probably gonna blurb up a little bit more later. But what are your initial things of Star Trek Discovery?
I haven't processed it that way.
Cool. Like, you know, sometimes, and I know this sounds really bad, but sometimes it's like I could literally smack you in the face and be like, what'd you think of that? I don't know, I haven't gotten processing it. Did it freaking hurt? I don't know, it's not done. Like, that's what my thing, I'm like, how do you not have any feelings on it? Like,
I
nothing.
like it.
Okay.
Because I try not to give reviews or impressions of things that are simply, I like it. I like to be able to explain why I liked it. Beyond, it's Star Trek.
Well, that's why that's why I didn't say, because I will barf up about stuff. I know that about myself. I can't give initial things. I've never been able to give initial things for movies. You've been able to previously.
Yes.
So that's why I ask you. Did the coins do well over the week, or are they slowly recovering?
They're slowly recovering. They're mostly holding steady. I bought some Ripple a little while ago, and it's up like 25-30%, which is nice. But that's in my long-term hold.
Sorry, now that we're in the open, my hands just suddenly start freezing. Because a wind came by.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to talk about over the weekend? How was it with your parents? We kind of like stopped recording after like that night because I was like, I thought I was going to get Willie on camera, but...
Yeah. It was good to see them. I learned kind of some family drama stuff, and it's not really surprising. But yeah, there's a thing I can't talk about, and that's it.
Well, other than, you know, your parents are moving and they're absolutely resolute and...
Yeah, they are definitely moving.
So, and they're already, you know, like decoupling from the area. They're like, we have to sell this, we have to sell this. We don't know what we're going to do with the house. Please come over, help us either pack a little bit or figure out what you want to take.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what some of the conversation was that we can talk about. So, yeah. However, all of what Aaron's doing may be moot, but spoilers.
Yeah. So yeah. Bye.